Good morning, guys. How are you today? Okay, so what I've got planned on today is a session on the elbows. Alright, so using elbows defensively, using elbows offensively, and then also using elbows to be sneaky. Alright, so just to start with, we're just going to do a little bit of a warm up. Right, so we're just going to jog on a squat, punch out, uppercuts, I'm just going to move to my stance. So I've got my stance there. Press the hooks. I'm just going to loosen up all the body that's going to be doing the moves. And just let's go. Lift. Keep going with that. That's it, guys. Keep lifting. Bring your knee right up high. All right. Okay. Now, I'm just going to start to do a little bit of elbows. Just going to go through the movements. Get your shoulders working in that way. Going to come and join us, Candace, if you can. Okay. So we'll just start with the uppercut elbows. I like to use footwork as well with it. So remember, this is just a warm up, so we're not trying to belt through the air or anything like that. We're just going to go through the motion and get our body used to what we're going to do later on with some power. Alright, so just in a nice stance, and we're just going to step forward. I'm going to stay on the train tracks so you can get a bit of feedback on what I do. Hopefully you can get something like this down on your floor at home, and then we can do a bit of work on the train tracks. And I've also got a bit of a surprise for you guys. We'll talk about it a bit later on. Okay. Are you right there? Okay, so we're just going to move forwards with the left foot and just throw that uppercut elbow. So it's sort of like my hand is just brushing that back through my hair as I step. So that's my left foot stepping forward, my right foot staying planted, and my left elbow lifting. I'm hitting underneath their chin. You see that? Underneath their chin. We'll do that with the right one, and both feet work. So if you've been following the classes and the plans that we've been doing lately, none of this is going to be unfamiliar to you. Because I've really been talking a lot about footwork and body structure. And you can see my body structure. As I do that, it remains nice and straight. I don't lean in trying to get them, right? I get in and I throw it as far as my elbow can be off my body. I'm not gonna try and lean and hit you with my elbow. Now I'm gonna lose balance if I miss. And even if I hit, I'm not gonna be able to follow up. And I want you to be able to follow up. Alright, now let's step forward and throw. We're just gonna go through all the basic elbows. So the next one is the crossing elbow. And the crossing elbow, that is coming across, just like what the name suggests. The step is slightly angular, and the hand goes inside the guard. That I call that the window, right? So when I say you hit them through the window, hand go through the window, I'm talking about here. Hand through the window. Punch them through the window. So your hand has got a guard up, right? And I step out here and I hit them, that's through the window, okay? So when I like to, in class situation, it's a little bit easier to get you guys to understand, but when we're doing it online like this, I think it's better if we have some terms that you know what we're talking about, all right? So that hand goes through the window. So left foot steps angle, back, left elbow. Now when we do the right one, we'll step the same angles off the train tracks, bang, hand go through the window. So yeah, you're going to hit them here in the jaw with the elbow, bang, you're going to get close enough to hit them like that. You're in their face. When you hit them with this elbow, you are here. Make no mistake about it. There's no social distancing here, guys. We've got to get in there and do the damage. All right? So elbows are a very close range technique. Step, elbow, hand through the window. And I get to about here, right? And then I whip my body, my waist, my foot, my hip, and my shoulder. So it's a whip and everything whack right on the spot, right there. They go down, hopefully. All right, now we can go with a diagonal elbow. So let's think about diagonal. Diagonal, our hand moving from one side of our face to the other. Back of the hand go to the ear, little finger leading the way. When I elbow, a general rule is the palms of my hand face my opponent, generally. So when I was throwing that crossing elbow, my palm faced you. Why? Is that it exposes the blade of the forearm when we go like this. Alright? So, we're going to do this diagonal elbow. We're going to bring the back of our hand towards our ear on the opposite side. With a step with the left foot. Bang. So, generally, when we step and throw left elbow, back foot stays still. Diagonal elbow. So this is now similar to the uppercut elbow, which is going to come directly under. This is going to come from side on and hit you from up and under on the angle of the jaw rather than straight up underneath or straight across like what the crossing elbow would do. So we've hit them up underneath, we've hit them straight across, and now we're getting them on an angle. Alright? So we step forward and bang. That hand going on the inside. Don't put it around the outside of your guard. Let it come on the inside. Like it went through the window before, we're going inside the guard. And that will then cover your head as well when you do it. Throwing the right elbow, same footwork like the cross, everything else, left foot step, nothing happened, right foot step, bang, throw the crossing over diagonal elbow. And you see, if I did this without my elbows and my arms there, and you just watch my body position, it goes like this, boom. And then there, bang. That's that, boom. All right, so I step and go, bang. But, you see, bang. And remember, we're in real close when we're doing these elbows. We're not far away, we're right in close. So we've done the diagonal elbow, the crossing elbow, and now the uppercut elbow. That's all dealt with from coming sort of up and across. We've got coming down. All right, so we've got diagonal down. Down with the elbow, right foot, left foot step, nothing happened, right foot diagonal down. We want to have a bit of a whip about what we do to bring the guard back. See my back foot steps up, twists, brings this up, let everything fall, come push forward, bang, then go back. When we talk about doing the diagonal down on the left side, so now we're not going straight down, we're coming on the diagonal just like we did before. We're going to go like this, one step, but like this. And then, bang. Bang. And now see that? Come down on that diagonal, like that. Left step off the train track. Toes point slightly inwards to turn the hip in. Boom. See that? Bang. Turn the hip. Bang. Hip turn. Shoulder turn. Don't dip like this. Throw it like that. And then still a whip through. Bang. Diagonal down. Alright. We got one coming straight down. Right, we can go straight down, boom. You see? Step in, lift, and come straight down. The same on the right. Footwork, the same. A chopping elbow, we call that one. Because it's like we've got a machete and we're going to chop. Both feet in, lift, come down. Both feet in, lift, come down. On the left one, lift, step, elbow. Lift, step, elbow. Okay, so let's talk about all the basic elbows. So if you had a pizza, you just sliced your pizza up. You sliced it down. You sliced it up. You sliced it across. You sliced it across. You diagonal down left. You diagonal down right. You diagonal up left. You diagonal up right. You've sliced your pizza. Alright, great way to think about it. If you've sliced your pizza every way, times 2 pretty much, correct? So we've gone through twice with the pizza cut. We've got uppercuts, then we've got chops. We've gone up and down twice. Diagonal ups and diagonal downs. We've gone through that slice twice. Yes, that's the way that I remember that. Now that's the way that you're going to remember it. Cut the pizza up and cut each time twice. And that gives you your basic elbows. We've got a bit more fancy elbows. Alright, now, this first one is called the reverse elbow. So what's happened is I've thrown my right elbow, or I've faked it. So I've thrown it, or I've faked it, and I've gone, and then I'm going to come back like this, and hit you with the back part of my elbow, called a reverse elbow. So if I show you with Candace here what I've done, is let's say she's seen this coming, and I've thrown it from a bit far away, and it's been advertised, so she does a lean back, and then I miss, right? So I go, and then as she leans back in again to get balance, I come back and go, boom, bang, and I use a reverse elbow. All right, so your reverse elbow can be done coming diagonal, can be straight across, can be done coming on an angle, and can be done coming up. I've seen it done this way, as a fake out, right? And the guard's there, they've got their guard a little bit, just get on an angle like that so they can see. The guard's a little bit out, and they keep moving in. So I just step, but straight up the top. See that? That's a reverse elbow. Because I've hit it with the back part of my arm, the reverse part. But I was tricky with that. So as she's coming in, and I step, she come in again, and I go, bang. Alright, the unexpected, that is. I haven't seen that very much lately, but I used to see that quite a lot when PD and Ratchet doing them stadiums before when I was over there training and fighting. Those techniques were done a lot. So reverse elbow, we can go like that, like I've just shown you. Reverse, and then come back the other way. Reverse. Now, do you see what I did? I stepped my left foot in front of my right foot, which I'm not really supposed to do, but I'd only do that to gain one position, bang, and come back. Reverse elbow, like I just showed you, I went 1, 2, lured them in, bang, up. Could do this on the other side. I could fake this but I'd want to step through and come up with my uppercut or reverse elbow that way. Fake my right, come up with my right. Reverse elbow. I miss the diagonal elbow. They lean back, I come back down again. Bang. So the reverse, I miss that one, come back down on that one. So I can use that when I miss, or I can use that as a setup. And that just depends on how the application is going. And then after we talk about the reverse elbow, we can talk about like your jumping elbows, which we're not even going to go into. Your step around elbows where you jump up in the air as well. But then again, there is your back elbow. Right? And again, we use the back part of our elbow and we turn our back. So the footwork's a little bit more complicated than any of the other elbows. So that's why I left this one for last. And we're going to step with the left foot off the train tracks. And if you have noticed, I step directly sideways, or maybe even in slightly, depending upon the application. If they're moving at me, and I'd go directly sideways, bang, because they're going to bring the distance in quick. If they were there after I'd shown the combination, and maybe I dizzy them up with a combo, and they're still, then my application would be to step in on an angle, cut the gap up that was between me and them, and then bang with my back elbow down. And then again, this back elbow could come upwards, it could come straight across, it could come downwards, or it could come spearing. You see that? The spearing one is my preferred one because that's always going to break through anything that's got this. Like you're starting a lawnmower and you just rip that back and come over the top. That works because people don't guard the top of their head much. Just coming around and spinning like that, if they've got a guard up, their forearm seems to block it. So just be wary of that when you throw that back elbow. So you're in your stance, great body position, step, this is for when they're coming at you, step directly sideways, turn and look, back elbow. When they're in front of you, maybe you've thrown a hand combination first, step in a bit on a 45, turn and look, back elbow. You can use your left elbow, your lead elbow for the back elbow, and then that would be done with your right foot stepping through off of the train tracks, bang. So that one will cover a lot of distance. Maybe I've thrown across, you backed off to me, bang, but I'd probably put you on the ropes. If you backed off again, I'll be in a pretty vulnerable position here. So the application is very important when you go about using it. All right, so that's all I've got for on the shadow part of it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go over those elbows and we're going to do them on the pads. So you've got a 1 minute break, get a quick drink if you need it, and then we'll get you back on here. On the pads, just need tie pads or focus pads. Either one's fine. All right, let's go. All right, guys, I'll just set up a timer. What we'll do is we'll go on the pads now and we'll do 30 to 45 seconds worth of each elbow. And if you don't have a partner, just go through that in the shadows again. If you do have a partner, great, and then what you'll do is then rewind it and then go back and do those drills with your partner. Okay, so the first elbow we did was the uppercut elbow. So Candice has got her guard up, she's in a stance on the train tracks. and then she'll step in and throw that uppercut elbow, hand staying on the same side. Perfect. Keep that hand on that side of your face. Don't let it go to the other side. Yeah. Step in a bit deeper. Yeah, you've got to step in a bit deeper. You've got to step quite deep to get those elbows in. You might underestimate the length of your arm. You've got to step right in. Because if you start from a closer range, then you couldn't disguise it with punches, you see. So you've got to be able to, so Candace should be able to throw punches from there, right? But then she can throw an elbow from there too. She's just got to cut the distance off. The stepping's quite bigger. All right, uppercut elbow on the right side now. Got to step in pretty deep. That's it. So step in both feet. Pretty big steps. You know how big your step's going to have to be? The length of your forearm. So if we did a measurement, right? And so the length of the forearm, the step's going to have to be out here somewhere. Why the length of your forearm? Because if you're in punch range, now you're in elbow range, the length of your forearm is how much more you have to get in. Does that make sense? So that's why elbows are difficult, because the footwork is quite a bit different. It looks the same to the untrained eye, but to the trained eye, it's quite different. All right, now we're going to do the diagonal elbow. So the diagonal elbow is going to come up on a diagonal, this hand going onto this side of the face, that diagonal. That's it. And diagonal right. Both feet have got to work. Pretty big steps. Getting close. Getting really close when you use your elbows, guys. Big steps in. You can see how big a steps that you've got to come in there to get that to work. All right, crossing elbows. So step in with your left foot and throw that left elbow. Good elbow. That's it. Good, nice big step. That's it, perfect. And then back foot on that line as well. That's it, perfect. Good elbow, solid. And now, both feet have to work. Your both feet got to come off the train track as you throw the crossing elbow on the right side. Nice big steps in. So your aim is to hit the centre of that pad, nice and clean. Alright, so now we've cut the pizza. We've cut it one way, only from the bottom. So now we better cut it down from the top. So we've got diagonal down on the left side. So that one's going to come downwards on a diagonal, stepping with your left foot. That's it. So you've got to step in straight. If you step in on the angle there, good, that's it. Now sometimes I find that they start coming through too flat. So what I do is I put this there as a guide. So they have to get over that to hit that. Yeah, and that shows them that's spot on. And now diagonal down on the right side. Everyone's favourite, this one for sure. Both feet step, boom. As your back foot steps, you pivot it, you drive your hip forward, your shoulder forward, and then you throw that elbow with a whipping motion. Oh, good elbow. All right. So now what we're going to do, we're going to come downwards with a chopping elbow. So Candace will now step in and lift her lead arm and chop down with her lead arm. Yes? So one step for that left elbow. And then on the right side. Lift your arm up nice and high. If you reach, I reach for the sky, so I let my arm lift up high, so I'm dropping my arm down as well. That's it, yeah. My trainer used to say, pick the lemon. You know, you pick the lemon, bang, smash down your elbow. Then you pick the lemon, smash down the elbow, yeah. Yeah, perfect. Alright, and then we did the reverse elbow. Right, and the one we'll train right now is what you're going to do is you're going to miss. So you're going to try to throw the right elbow and it's crossing, right? And I'm going to take the pad away. So it's going to be like this. You go to throw that right elbow, miss, come back. No, give this same elbow, back. And that's the reverse elbow, you see? So you go to throw it there, you miss, come back, that's it. Yeah, reverse elbow, bang. Go to miss target, bang, you see? Step in like you're going to throw it for real. And now the way that you can train this is you don't let them know when you're going to take the pad away. So you go like this, right? Guard up, in a good stance, throw good elbows, okay? Go. Again. Again. Good elbows, hard. Come on, harder. And then see if they can throw the reverse elbow from there. So that's why you want to elbow within yourself. So when I throw an elbow, I don't want to commit and go, and if this doesn't hit, I'm going to fall over. I want to go, if this doesn't hit, I'm going to hit you back with this, or this. You know what I mean? I'm going to make sure that I stay in a position where if I miss, I can keep coming. Not I miss, I relied on hitting target. Alright? So that's the way that you could train those reverse elbows. Then doing the reverse elbow on the other side, Candace would go to throw this one here, she'd miss, and come back. Now if you want to add a bit more power with that elbow there, that left one, what you can do is what Candace just showed them, is just do a small step out as you throw that elbow, like that. So you've missed. You've missed. Now what she can do is step this down the train track as she throws that elbow. Yeah, just give a bit of power. So she goes for the left elbow, she missed. Yeah, just a little bit of a step. Alright, now we've got the last elbow, the back elbow. Right, so what now Candace has to do is with the left foot, with her right foot, step off the train tracks, somewhere around here, turn, look at me over her shoulder and throw the back elbow. So, the right foot's going to step, she's going to turn this way, keep going this way, and throw your back elbow. No, like this. Step. No, your right foot. You're going to step your right foot. Yep. Okay, look, yeah. Yeah, maybe you might do that. Okay. Yeah, let's do the back elbow from this side first. So my left foot is going to step out, back. So my left foot step across my center line like this, but I'm balanced. Turn, bang. All right. So just to go over that again. My left foot, step out, I'm balanced, bang. My left foot, step out, unbalance, turn, elbow. And then if we were doing the opposite one, remember I said it before, we needed a bit more space with that one. So my opponent's a little bit further away. So this time, my right foot steps back elbow left side. So my right foot steps back elbow left side. And that could come here, it could come like crossing through or come over and down. Step, elbow. Alright, so I didn't actually get to go over today how we're going to use our elbows in defensive measures. But what I did say I have is got a bit of a surprise for you, and what the surprise that I've got is that I've been going over some of the things that I used to do a long time ago. Muay Boran, old style Muay Thai. And so what I'm going to start to do is put together some videos for you guys to follow the old style of Muay Thai. So that is called the 3-step movement, Yang Sang Kun. And I'm going to start to show different things that we can do from the old style Muay Thai. Alright, so that's all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, leave them in the comments. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later on for a kick-ass fitness session. Thank you.